Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Whether you're tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and X, we welcome you guys to the broadcast. Going to bring in our friends over on Instagram so they can join us today. And we're going to have our friends joining us on Amazon Live as well. Excited to welcome back Melissa Banks to our broadcast. She's a lot going on as we're starting a new month. I'm going to talk to her about that. So hope you guys will stay tuned. And we're live now on Amazon Live for Cyrus Webb Presents. So glad you all could be with us. And I want to before I get started, let me first say, because I didn't say it yesterday, thank you guys again for making us one of the top 5 media shows here on Amazon. I really appreciate that. Also, we broke into new ground over the weekend. We topped the top two in food over the weekend, actually reaching the number one spot on Saturday and Sunday. And then, of course, we are in the top 25 for home as well. So you guys are really welcoming all the different aspects of our programming here on Amazon Live. Really appreciate that. So glad you all could join us. If you're new to us on Amazon, make sure you guys do hit that follow button. My brand new art show, The Art Spot, debuts next Monday on April the 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central. That's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I want you guys to join us as we're doing live art projects each and every week. Now to today's show. We're excited to welcome Melissa Banks back to our broadcast. You guys know her as a master event planner. She's a best-selling author. She's a media personality, a brand strategist. She's going to be kind of doing all of that this month. We're going to talk to her about a very busy April, about the continued success of this book you guys see, Affirmations for Teen Girls and Their Mothers, and her upcoming Class 2 for those who want to enter the event planning space. Melissa, welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you for having me. Congratulations on all your great success.
Well, thank you. Same to you, my friend. Same to you. It's been a very busy start to the year. It's hard to believe we're in month number 4 already. So you have a busy April coming up, Melissa. So we're going to talk to you about the training you have for event planners that's coming up outside of what you're doing and the other parts of your business. But talk to us about the different components, Melissa. What has it been like for you to see how busy you've been and the different things you're doing? I didn't even mention doing book covers for authors like Dr. Velma Bagby, still doing your media campaigns for individuals. What has it been like for you to see the different moving parts of your business?
You know, it's so exciting. And when you start to list it out, when you hear somebody say it, that's when you really realize how things have changed. Remember, not that long ago, I was a master event planner, and that's pretty much what's my focus. And all these other opportunities came, and it's exciting to see that you can move from one thing to another, and you can move as far as you can dream, right? And just give yourself opportunities. I never really thought about creating a book cover. Now I just absolutely love hearing the author's vision and being able to create it, and hearing the excitement in her voice that you created what was in her head. So that's exciting to me. But it's like I said, it's not that something that I dreamed. It's something that I was open to and willing to step in even in fear. So I'm excited about all the different things that I do now.
Well, it's interesting, Melissa, and just what you just said, because here we see next to you the book, Do I Really Need an Event Planner? You design your own covers. Talk to us about that experience of going from doing something just for yourself. I think this is a great lesson for our audience, because a lot of times when we're wondering if there's a market for what we do, all we have to do is listen to the people, right? You were designing your own book covers. What was it like for you then to have someone want you to design theirs too?
Because really, honestly, when I designed my own book covers, I never really thought about doing that for someone else. So it was really doing what I needed to do for me at that moment. So to have someone reach out to me to do that is exciting, and it's rewarding to see something that you do received in that way from someone else. So it's been exciting.
Yeah, love that. And that's just one aspect of what you've been able to do. I mentioned the continued success of your last bestseller, Affirmations for Teen Girls and Their Mothers. Why is this book so special for you, Melissa?
This book touches my heart because I believe that the mother and daughter bond is the bond that impacts our lives. And I also believe it's affirmations. When we start believing in ourselves, the earlier we start doing that, the earlier we get into the practice of just believing in you, believing that you're here for a purpose, that you're worthy. I believe it impacts other decisions we make in our life as we grow older. So this book, everybody who knows me knows how important affirmations are to me, but putting them in this book and the mother-daughter bond is going to be strengthened from these affirmations. But you also know in the book, they get a chance that both the mother and daughter get to write their thoughts down in that moment. And journaling has been a huge influence on my healing process during my life. And I just believe that that will impact someone's life, not just while they're a teen, but as they grow older and beyond.
Yeah, such a great thing to think about too. And this is just one of the books I mentioned. I see you have your copy next to you, but also I have here the Dream for Him journal. I'm going to highlight it in the carousel for those joining us on the Amazon side. That's the one that you did for us guys. Also, of course, the Dream journal you have. And if I'm not mistaken, is this the one you said was at your last event, Melissa? Was the one that did well, or was it the larger one? The
It was
inspirational
that one.
journal.
It was that one. We actually
Okay.
sold out of that one at the last one because in that book, Cyrus, it gives prompts, but it also gives places to write. And that was the feedback I was hearing from them. That excited them to be able to have that affirmation, have that inspirational prompt, but be able to write right there, right next to it. So they were excited about that.
Love that. So talk to us about that. Deja Marie, hello to you. Deja, you and I need to get together. I met Deja actually, let me make sure, North Carolina. So it's good to see you, FBA. Good to be to see you over there on IG as well. Talk to us about Melissa Banks, the author. I mean, you talked about designing book covers. What about you having all these books, Melissa?
Who would have dreamed that I would have all these books with my name on the front? I for sure wouldn't have dreamed it. This is definitely where God dreamed bigger for me than I could dream for myself. It started out with a desire to have a devotional inside of my dream boxes, and you've heard me talk about them many times. That's where it started, and I simply mentioned to you actually, I would love to have my own devotional. I was getting devotionals from other people that inspired me and including them in my book box. And I said, I would love to have my own devotional. And really, you just said, well, do it then. And from that moment, all the other books have come. And when I hear the word author, I'm just now feeling like, okay, they're talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
I went to an event recently, and when I walked in, that people were saying, "Oh, you're the author," and that was just so thrilling to me to have someone address me like that because this is such a new area for me and an exciting area for me.
Yeah. Well, one of the books that ties in well with what we're talking about today, with what you have starting this month, Melissa, is the book I'm going to highlight in the carousel. Do I really need an event planner? You started off this conversation by talking about that was the title a majority of people knew you from initially. So, what has it been like for you in that book to be able to talk about exactly what an event planner does and the importance of an event planner?
This is the first business book. This is the first time I really delved into my years of experience and really addressed the event planner issue. And I say that as an issue because so many people question, do I need an event planner? I can plan my own events. The lady at the church do events. Why can't she keep doing them? So I just took those questions and answered them. And just so you can think about it when you're planning an event, you may be able to plan an event, but should you plan your own event
Yeah.
and still enjoy it? And I just took those questions and answered them in the book, but I didn't just stop right there. I gave some real life situations that happened that if a event planner wasn't on site to handle that, event planners are tremendous, quickly event problem solvers. We can take problems and turn them around quickly. We think faster on our feet. And if we weren't there, some things would have went, it would have been a disaster story rather than a memorable event. So there's so many advantages to having an event planner there, even if you have some of the skills and even if you know how to do it, but having an event planner there can save you time, money, and stress, and you get to enjoy your event like a guest. So I'm super excited about being able to share that.
Yeah, for sure. We have a fellow Mississippian joining us, Melissa. Dennis Perkins is over on IG. Hello to you, Dennis. Dennis says, you guys are doing so many awesome, inspiring works. Thank you for that, Dennis. Appreciate it. You are as well, my friend. Glad you could be with us. Once again, for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You're watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live, but we are simulcasting on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. So if you're watching this, yes, we are live right now. And I'm here with the Melissa Banks. You guys know her as a master event planner, best-selling author, motivational speaker. She's also a media personality. So, Melissa, you keep talking about who couldn't have dreamed. I guess it was dreamed by design, because you also are a media personality as well. You just celebrated your latest season of Dream by Design. You started now your brand new show, The Melissa Banks Show. Talk to us about that capacity and what that's been like for you.
Dream by Design was designed to give women a platform. We look at women, they show up looking great and perfect, but they go through a whole lot of stuff to get to that moment. And I wanted to create a platform where women not only share the success what we see and we love to talk about, but they also talk about some of those struggles and some of those things they had to overcome to get there. But because they didn't quit, they kept going despite the circumstances. They're able to create the lives that they want and deserve. And I wanted to share that. Women empowering women is always been my passion. And I believe that's what that show does. We just celebrated our 4th season in that show. And that is just super exciting to me. The new show, the Melissa Banks Show, opens the door, right? It's not just about women. It's about entrepreneurs, creatives, authors, anyone willing to share their story and how they boldly chase their dreams. And then they give inspiration and insight as to how others can do it as well. So I'm super excited about the new show as well.
Yeah, and we're going to let our audience know to stay connected with everything we're talking about. But that leads us to, Melissa, what you've been able to do in empowering others. I mentioned to you a message that was in Dream by Design Affirmations for Teen Girls, and that is a message number 29 in the book. I am worthy of achieving all my dreams. What has it been like for you, Melissa Banks, to embrace that message for yourself, but also to share it with those that you meet?
That's where it begins, Cyrus. It begins with yourself and feeling worthy of yourself. And once you start to feel worthy of yourself, you believe that you can step into those areas that don't feel comfortable when you're there. It also reminds you, when you keep saying it over and over in your head, even when you're going through a period of distress or overwhelmness, or a period where you're not feeling worthy, if you can repeat those short words, it just puts that conversation back in your head and put that out front for you. Right before we got on, I got a call for someone I met at an event that I spoke at recently called the Woman's Her Story event. That's how we kicked off the National Women's Month. And I met this young girl there, which I really had not even thought about the conversation. And she called me today, right before we got on the show, because she said she couldn't get some of the words out of my head. And I started just giving her some short affirmations that she could say during those times. And that is so rewarding, because that's taking ownership, not only for myself, because I have to do it too, Cyrus. I do. I have to remind myself as well. So those short words are so powerful and can change your day and your moment.
Yeah, I think the thing is, Melissa, we all do, right? I think, and I think it's we're not being honest with ourselves and with other people when we don't recognize it. I talk about my own, I have my own feelings of fear and insecurity at times. People don't normally give me as much grace as I give to them, but that's okay. But I talk about my own, journey. And I think that's important because, one, it lets people know they're not by themselves.
Right.
But two, it gives other people the opportunity to pour into us as we pour into them. Dennis even says that. He says, keep pouring into us, Melissa. We're all better for you living the dream. And that's such a great thing. So that leads us to what you're doing for event planners then, Melissa. So you are teaching your first series of classes this year. Talk to us about the classes and what made you decide to do it.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about this class, because this class really allows me to take all of the things that I've learned and put them together. You've heard me say before, when I started my event planner business, I had to just dig. I had to find stuff here. I had to find stuff there. I had to make some mistakes. I had to just figure it all out. Why on earth would anyone need to do that today? So this training allowed me to kind of put things in order, starting with fundamentals and just building on that to an aspiring event planner or someone who got started like I did and just needs some structure and to level up their business. So it allows me to share that information with them. And I'm super excited about it. And as I review the information, you know how you've been doing something for a long time and you kind of take some things for granted. But
Right.
Pulling the information together to share with others gives you a chance to review that information for yourself as well. So I'm looking forward to impacting aspiring event planners and really just growing myself. So this is definitely a new step for me. And I'm super excited to share.
Me too. Earl Hall, hello to you over there on Facebook. I want to acknowledge you. I'm not going to acknowledge the question. But we all have our fears, myself included. So, so I do have my fears, on this journey. As we all, go through different challenges and circumstances. Dennis says, Cyrus, you're such a wealth of knowledge, wisdom, and vision. Thank you. Oh, thank you for that. Ellen, hello to you. Ellen is telling me to be good. Ellen, you're telling me to be good. Look at what people are saying to me. They're making fun of my fears. They're Ellen, why are you saying I should be good? That's the only thing I want to know. That's what I want to know that. So, Melissa, you are doing something special. April is recognized for a lot of different things, including Customer Appreciation Month. I want our audience to know the classes, if you know someone who wants to take advantage of the live virtual training that Melissa is doing starting on April the 7th. So we're talking just next week, runs through May 12th. The regular price right now is $297, but tell them what you're doing right now during Customer Appreciation Month, Melissa.
Well, we're super excited about Appreciation Month, and what a great time to be able to still get into this training. We decided to leave the $150 early bird special just so you can take this opportunity to take your business to the next level. And when you go to that link, you can choose Afterpay, even if you and you can break it up into 4 payments. So that is amazing. You can step into your career, turn your passion into profit really quickly for just $150.
Right. And I'm excited. And thank you, Melissa, for the honor. I have the opportunity to be able to share about how event planners can use social media when it comes to building their business and brand too. So I'm looking forward to being part of that. So we're going to remind you all of that. But again, you can still get in the training for those who are interested in becoming event planners, want to be able to learn from Master Event Planner Melissa Banks, or you want to be able to grow your event planning business. You can take advantage of that for the $150 during this month for Customer Appreciation Month, which is a great deal for you guys to be able to do for the training. Last thing I want to talk to you about, Melissa, and that is about the power of the dream. It's not lost on me that you have so much that is based on dreams. You have the Dream Journal. You have Dream by Design with Melissa Banks. You have your dream parties. What would you say to our audience about the importance of not letting go of the dream?
Everything starts with a dream. All of your goals, your wishes, your visions, it starts with a dream. Being able to dream is why I'm sitting here and able to talk to you. Because if I just looked at my life and the things that didn't go well and limited my limiting beliefs, I wouldn't have the courage to step into something that was uncomfortable and didn't feel great. Everything starts with a dream. But I will caution you, because it's not one dream. I used to think that I could only dream one dream and go for that one dream. But you know what? You can dream a dream, a dream, a dream, because all the power lies right there in the dream. So allow yourself to dream big and go for it and create the life you want and to deserve.
Such a great thing. Such a powerful conversation, Melissa. Congratulations to you on all the great things that are happening for you as you're going throughout the second quarter of 2025. How can our audience stay connected with you and get more information about the upcoming classes for event planners?
Okay, we always make it simple to stay connected to us. It's just themelissabanks.com. Everything that we do is listed right there. You just click the link on what you're interested in. Now, the training, do I really want to be an event planner? The business of event planner kicks off Monday, April 7th, but it's not too late to jump in. And because it's Customer Appreciation Month, you're getting the special price of $150. You simply go to dreamdmd.com/shop/event planner and select you get the special price. Now, you don't have to remember all of that. You can go to themelissabanks.com, click the training, and it'll take you right to the link, and you just grab your spot.
All right. Congratulations again, Melissa. Really excited for you and the great things that are happening. Ellen has a question. How do you deal with those who have dreams and are too afraid to bring it to fruition? That's a great question, Ellen.
That is an excellent question. Thank you for that question. You know what? I've been there. Sometimes you do have a dream, but sometimes it's that worthiness and that you can have it. So when I'm talking to another woman that has that dream, but she is stuck right here, she's not letting out. My biggest thing that I would say to them is to just start. Don't think about if you have it all. Don't think about how you're going to pay for it. Don't think about if somebody's going to want it. You just start. And when you just start, you look around, you have day 1 and you're working on your dream. Then you have day 2, you're still working on your dream. And as you go day after day after day and working on your dream, you're going to look around and your dream is happening.
Love that. Great advice. Thank you for the question, Ellen. Thank you all so much for watching on the different platforms. Hey, Moses Maddox, good to be able to see you over there, also on IG. And we thank you all tuning in on Amazon as well. Melissa, congratulations again. Looking forward to our next chat together.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be with you, Cyrus.
Thanks. I feel the same way. It's always a pleasure to be with you as well. And we thank your audience again for spending some time with us here for Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.